This is race number one from last Saturday, which I did get a full race in, 13, 14 laps, whatever it was, but I think 2/3 of them were under yellow. So you'll see the first 4 laps, and then we'll skip ahead for a couple more laps, and that'll be it. I did finish 10th out of the 18 Formula Atlantics, but really didn't have time to pass anybody, so I'm not sure if it means anything. And I think it was like 22nd or 23rd out of the 52 cars on track. Vince was right in front of me or right behind, I forget where, and Daryl a couple spots back. Bob is a real foodie, as you'll see in the next picture. He's our crew chief. He's awesome. He fixed my car 2 or 3 times this weekend. He got my picture on the wall of the Baja Cantina and Cantina. That didn't come out right. And the pooch and the purse he's holding we'll have to explain another time.
Cars are getting information.
This is the in-car video of the start of the race, which was pretty clean, but as you could see, it was pretty crowded. Traffic's going to come up a few times in my narration here. Sorry about that. Also, Carrie Ann did a pretty good job. She's still getting the hang of shooting from way up on top of the mountain in Mazda. This is a long shot down here to turn too. I think as you saw in the previous clip, just trying to figure out a way to get through. Vince almost got into the back of me there because of the purple car slowing us down. I'm wanting to pass them, but I'm figuring they're clipping corners. And I've already lost one $2,000 wing during practice this weekend, so I'm being pretty cautious the whole race here. Got by him there. Truthfully, I'm feeling pretty good, pretty racy. I think I'm going to be able to pass these 2 guys up in front of me, but we'll see what happens here in the rest of this lap. I'm going to switch back to native audio for at least part of this lap. So I probably should have pushed on down on the inside of the car. This is the picture from the stands. Not quite as close as it looked, I guess. But again, I'm being pretty cautious this afternoon. Just want to get through the Saturday race and enjoy the Sunday race. Don't know I'm going to break the shifter off of my car here in qualifying in the afternoon, but that's another story right now. So I'm just in the middle of the second lap here, trying to set this guy up to pass him. Feel like I'm going to be able to get by both him and the orange cars without too much trouble, as long as I get a little space. But as you'll see, it's almost funny just how many cars are on track here, and particularly right where I want to pass them. Here I'm going in pretty well to pass them, but I know the orange car is going to come down like that. So I'm like, okay, keep the wing on the front of the car. All right, back to native audio again for a few minutes. Sorry, I'm going to talk again because this corkscrew mess here. It's pretty typical of the whole day. 2 or 3 cars going different directions, and then a big mattress. So that's affectionate name for the sports racer, right in front of the, right in the middle of the road, and you can't decide which way to go. If you didn't recognize it, that was the same point in the video, except from the stands, and it didn't look like much, but as you can see, I lost a big gap to the dark gray, red car. I'm not sure what color it is. The one that's a little speck up there now. And so now I'm going to spend the next 2 laps chasing him, getting close to him again. I think I get some help from more traffic, as we'll see. But then that'll be the 4th lap, and that's when the double yellows start coming out. And I think we do at least 5 or 6 laps in a row under yellow, just screwing around. So as you can see, I'm catching him slash the traffic. Hard to tell which with all of them winding around back and forth like that. Let's give credit to the traffic. He's probably a lot quicker than he can't figure out a way by either. Here comes another mattress, but just nowhere to go in there, so I wait. I think this guy is nice enough to stay over to the side and point me by and go, yeah, please pass me. This is a mess. I think I mentioned this in the Race 2 Sunday video, even though it's a little shorter. The race organizers, for some reason, they started the prototypes up in front of us, which are quite fast, and they have a closed wheel body. But they put the sports racers with them, which are also closed wheel, but as you can see, they're just quite a bit slower than all of the Formula Mazdas, Formula Atlantics that I'm running with. And like there, where am I going to go? There's 2 mattresses in the way, side by side. Just not worth it. I know I can pass them here, so I'm being quite patient. And in a few minutes, a couple of the other cars that will pass me are not so patient. So nice easy pass on the front straight, and oh no, double yellow flag, full course yellow. I guess I am not going to chase all these guys down right here and pass them. Instead, stack up behind them like cordwood. And so that was the 4th lap. This is the start of the 9th lap before we actually go racing again. And obviously I just skipped all the yellow laps. I'm just drilling around. Another car right there. The sports racer. Trying not to be mean. And in fact, as you saw, I'm being very cautious. Just so much chaos going on. I'd just like to get in a few quiet laps here before the race is over. I know we've been out for a while. I'm not going to get much time. I think I'm going to pass a guy right here, but now there's 2 wide right there and nowhere to really go without harassing a lot of people. Yeah, you can see my caption. It is like driving on the I-5 today. And I know I can pass them right here on the way up the hill. I think I'll switch back to native audio for a second. Switch this into slow motion here just so you can see a big wing laying right there in the middle of the track. So that's going to cause another yellow. Ay, ay, ay. Some moving track in front of me. Things are looking up here. I might get a fast lap in. As you just look at the gauge there in the middle of the screen, the last lap was a 137.9, so not the fastest. I think this one might be 137.6 despite all the traffic in front of me. But then the yellow flags come back in. I'll switch here, and you guys can just watch me try to figure out who to go by. I think maybe Vince is getting impatient right here and maybe goes by me. I don't know. It's a mess, as you can see. Look at all that. I don't know where to go. I couldn't even pass the guy on the right because I'm like just run into the back of somebody up there. It's almost 3 wide going into the corkscrew. And yeah, they're stretching out a little. I'll probably get by the red car, I forget. The blue car up in front was holding people up quite a bit. And yeah, I think I was actually laughing at this point. I'm like, this, come on, it is the I-5 today. Oh, it's not Vince, it's that little orange star Mazda. He was kind of crazy all weekend. I'm like, go at it. Go tear your wing off. Yikes, what was that, like 4 real laps out of about 13? It was a lot of drilling around. But I'm learning the track and getting practice in all the traffic and all, so it wasn't a total loss. I'm thinking I'm getting ready for Sunday. But then qualifying happens. You'll have to watch that video.